Hey all, Chris from Lafayette, Indiana rock band June IND here, and I'm joined by Kyle Puetz, Director of Development Operations for Food Finders Food Bank, and we're here to talk about them. They're our philanthropy Music for a Cause beneficiary for September for Hunger Action Month. Hey Kyle, how's it going?
Hey Chris, I'm doing well. Thanks for having us, and thanks for nominating Food Finders to be the benefiting charity for this month's royalties. This is amazing.
And no problem. People having food is very important to us. So hopefully we can send some stream and sales cash your way and make a small impact on lives in our community. So let's talk about Food Finders. What's the mission?
Sure. So Food Finders collaborates with other organizations to provide food for people in need and to educate, advocate, and address food insecurity in North Central Indiana. And currently there are over 75,000 people facing food insecurity in our 16 county service area. We are the Feeding America Food Bank for North Central Indiana. So we're not just, in Tippecanoe County. We serve kind of Tippecanoe County and most of the surrounding counties. So that's just a little bit about what we do. We have various programs, direct service programs, and then we also have some wraparound services as well, our resource coordination, our SNAP application assistance program, and our education program.
Wow. Did you say 75,000?
That is correct, 75,000.
That's a big number. So I hope, if nothing else, folks that check out this video realize how much need there is. Wow, that floors me. Well, how long has Food Finders been around?
So we were founded in 1981 by some like-minded groups, some church groups, different organizations, clubs that came together to start doing the hard work of food rescuing. And actually, I just found this out the other day. I wanted to share this. A gentleman named Kermit Scott was one of the founders, and he was roommates with a Mr. Jim Henson. I just learned that the other day, so I guess that's kind of maybe our claim to fame that I didn't know about until recently, but I thought I'd share that with you. So yeah, founded in 1981, and then it wasn't until the 2000s that we became a Feeding America affiliate.
Right on. Did everything start in Tippecanoe County and kind of expand from there, or?
Yeah, that is correct. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, wow, that's bombshells today. What other bombshells do you have?
Sure. So I guess I really want to touch on kind of our one of our biggest COVID responses that kind of came as a result of COVID, but is still operating today and hopefully will into the future as well. So our here in Tippecanoe County, it serves Tippecanoe County residents. It's we call it the Fresh Market. It's actually located in an old Save-A-Lot grocery store. One of our chief engagement officer kind of drove by it one day during COVID, and was like, wow, this space is amazing. Up until we moved into that space, we had the Indiana National Guard helping us actually pre-pack boxes and then putting those into the cars of folks that were needing some additional resources. So it was a huge labor commitment, and then we knew that we wouldn't have the National Guard with us forever. And so moving into the Fresh Market space has allowed us to socially distance and have our visitors socially distance, and it maintains dignity because they can come in just like any other grocery store and they can shop for the needs of their families. It's really cool. So once they come in, we have little grocery carts and everything. It's on a point system, and so we actually really try to highlight and encourage and nudge folks to choose the healthier options. So our produce will be at 0 points. So we're encouraging folks to take, as much produce as their family can enjoy. And we always offer eggs and milk and a protein option as well. So it's a really great experience for our clients, and that's probably been kind of our biggest win, and kind of the silver lining in COVID, and how we operate as a food bank.
Awesome. Can you walk me through like the process? Like, let's say that I'm coming in for the first time. I need food.
Mm-hmm.
How does everything? How do I start this and then walk out the door with food and put it in my car?
Sure. So, and I'll just kind of quickly kind of highlight the other work that the food bank does, because that's just one of our programs. As a Feeding America food bank, we source, and then we source foods, we ship food, we store food, we sort food, and then we redistribute food to over 120 partner agencies. So again, that's just one of our programs. We have a backpack program, a mobile pantry program, and then, as I mentioned before, education resource coordination program and SNAP application assistance program. But for the fresh market in particular, that's our on-site, the food bank's on-site food pantry. If you have never been a visitor before, we ask that you fill out a short intake form. It might highlight some other needs that you might be facing or your family might be facing. And we ask that you meet with one of our resource coordinators. During a meeting with a resource coordinator, they might, find out that you might be eligible for the SNAP program, or formerly known as the food stamp program, and they can help you sign up through that process. That process is pretty difficult, and so our resource coordinators are available to help through that process and be a third-party advocate if needed. And then we might find that you need, maybe rental assistance or utility assistance or job training, and then our resource coordinators are trained to know where those resources are within our communities, and help refer those visitors to those different agencies for some resources. If you have been with us before, you literally can come right in, grab a cart, and go shopping. And then we have checkout aisles where we just take your household name, and then we actually have volunteers to greet people, and then also to help people out to their vehicles if they need assistance with that as well.
Right on. I think from some people I know, or maybe even some family, there may be a stigma attached to like visiting a food bank, and they may not realize how easy and helpful you are, to where they don't have to go without food.
Totally.
So yeah. I think it was important for you to say that, like, hey, this is how it happens, and you're there to help people get assistance.
Absolutely. We try to be as low barrier as possible to people facing food insecurity, because we know that a lot of people, and if anything, we've seen through different stimulus checks and tax season and things like that, we do have a slight dip in numbers when that happens. And what that does is that just tells us that when people have money to buy their own food, they would prefer to do that. And so we try to be as low barrier as possible, and again, try to have kind of those wraparound services, because we know, hunger is just one issue of poverty. There could be many surrounding lots of different issues that a household could be facing, and so we try to address those as well, and hopefully through our work that leads to long-term self-sufficiency and household stability.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else you want to hit on, or are we good to wrap up?
I think we're good. Thank you so much. We're so grateful to partner with you all for Hunger Action Month. I guess I would just say, if you want to hop on our Facebook, feel free to share our posts, take action, reach out to your lawmakers and make them aware that, any legislation that is, assisting in hunger relief efforts, they're huge for the folks that we're serving day to day.
Right. And we'll put that link in the comments or the description, wherever, and also donate link. You need volunteers too, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
So,
Thank you so much for mentioning that. We do. We have a little bit of something for everyone. We have some behind the scenes stuff. We have administrative stuff. We have client facing things. So we have home delivery options as well. So please, yes, we can also do the volunteer calendar link as well if that's easy.
yeah, whatever you want. We just want to help out, and hopefully, outside of maybe some social views of this, where we post it, with the links in there, and our philanthropy campaign this month to send our sales and stream money to you guys. Hopefully it makes a little dent in your mission, and help some folks out. So again, thanks, Kyle. We'll check back in toward the end of the month and see how everything's going.
That sounds great. Thanks so much, Chris.
Thank you.
Haven't you heard there rain a lot of love?